am a little stitious. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Hey Josh, this is Sean. Just watching your animation.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
So a couple of things, just looking at it,
I'm
that
not
stand
superstitious,
out is
but I'm not superstitious,
the
but
head, the nod on the head kind of stops abruptly.
I'm not superstitious, but I'm not superstitious,
I
but
think we could
not
move the jaw a
I'm
little
not
bit more.
superstitious, but
Like I'm not
I am a little
superstitious.
I'm not
A lot of times in the
superstitious, but
reference, the jaws don't move much. We just gotta exaggerate it a little in order for it to read.
I'm not superstitious, but
I think.
but
Oh yeah, we're
superstitious,
missing the
but
B on the
I am a
butt.
little stitious.
Yeah, and stitious probably could push the jaw more. And then from looking at it earlier, I think there's a lot of cool things happening in the pose that we can try and emulate. So I would, if I were working on this, I'd sort of recommend just copying this more closely, because this character is sitting at a desk. He's framed off to the right, which is more appealing than just center framed, in my opinion. He's silhouetted against the background, and he's looking off to the left, and his eyes are like slightly offset. And then let's see, this is the beginning of our animation. Here we go. So I think all that stuff together kind of helps a little bit, like the angle of his head, how it's tilted a little bit. It's not straight up and down, you know. All that stuff kind of combines to feeling, more appealing. His lip shape too, where it's like pointy, kind of together. I think I would copy. Because that way you start on a frame that just looks pretty, and then you can kind of go from there. Let's see his no. Let's see. So this no has, he's got like this eye roll, this super cool like eye roll thing, and then the no starts. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's more nods on the next head gesture. Yeah, that's that gesture. But we got 8 curve points on that no. I counted. And then let's see. Is this our? Got 1, 2, 3. So yeah, there's a lot more sort of back and forth on his no, and it's interesting. He's basically going no the whole time through, and then even when the head turns, there's a little bit of like an overshoot. Yeah, and it's like uneven, or it like goes up and wobbles, and it continues, and then he's like and then it settles, and then it stops on 80. Oh, the other thing I noticed is makes it a little bit more challenging. I think you did a good job with your timing, but if I were working on this, I would just go to 30. That way you can match, you can just copy your reference more closely. You could change your reference to 24. But basically, I wonder if I could, I'll just turn volume down. What was I gonna check here? Oh yeah, so now I'm on 65, yeah. So I was gonna find out if stuff was on the right frame. So frame 80 is there. It's kind of close. But yeah, I would look at frame 80 and go, just looking at it, just our key, oh, These two mouth shapes. Are we talking about 7? No, 80. There's like a nice offset in this mouth shape here that you should copy. It kind of goes, it goes down, and then it's like one side of the lips higher than the other, and then it kind of this up point. Where can I zoom in on this? Cancel. Is there a zoom? I think there's one over here. Thickness, zoom, here we go. Yeah! So when you're zoomed in, if this was straight up and down, you'd see the offset a lot stronger. You can kind of go. This mouth shape's pretty sweet. See how uneven it is if you just look at the negative space? So I'd copy that if I were working on this. Yeah, because it's just kind of, you see the differences? It's pretty obvious now. Cool. So you do pass through your scene on all your mouth shapes.
I am a little stitious.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh,
I am a little stitious, but I am a little stitious.
Yeah, you did miss but. Yeah.
I am a little stitious. I'm not superstitious, but
yeah. So right in here on little stitious, what I usually do, I bet you the reference is real subtle.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Okay, well there is, I mean, his S shape's a little stronger, so if you copy the reference. Yeah, and then I would just push your jaw move more here. Oh, right, if you... The keys are a little off because I moved it to 30. So I usually go key snap. Probably need to do it for this one too.
I am a little stitious.
You probably want to go big on the E. And then big on the T.
I am a little stitious.
So just doing that, it already kind of looks better. But you could play with the timing and use your reference on like how many frames you're going up and down for. Little stitious. I'm a little. There we go. It's a lot in the lips too, on the up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's like all in the lips. So you could do that too, where you just keep the teeth together and just move the lips around. That actually looks like what's happening in your reference. So you might want to do that instead and ignore me. I'm
a little stitious.
And it looks like I was noticing what's really cool about the end here, where the lips like close and then they tighten up and widen, looks like a little, and then the jaw moves forward. Can we translate the jaw? Yeah. So yeah, I would copy that. And then it looks like you're closing the lips and immediately moving it up. I think you want to like hold the pose for a few frames and then move it up. And it also looks like he's like lifting as well in there. You know? But you want to hold that pose too a little bit. Let's see. Can I get it? Close. Hold the pose a little. Oh, baby's getting antsy. And then lift. Whoa. And then pull that jaw forward. You can push it even further if you wanted. Yeah, just pushing that jaw forward really makes that pose look a lot more like the reference. You could work on the worry brow a little bit. It does look like his eyebrows turned a little bit more. Just getting a little bit, trying to feel some more of that worry, you know, going on. I mean, we don't have the wrinkle eyebrows, but can play with that a little bit. What are his eyebrows doing?
I'm not superstitious, but
down and then
I am a little
angry,
stitious.
and then up with the look.
I'm not superstitious, but
So he goes really down and then up with the look. So yeah, when the eyes move here, you can move the eyebrows up. You know, it's doing that in the reference. Yeah. It's almost like the eye pushes. Yeah, you can feel it right there. It's like, because the eyebrow doesn't move right away, but it kind of speeds up, and then the eyes finish blinking, and then the eyebrows kind of finish moving up, and then there's like one little like extra move on the eyebrow when he turns his eye. Yeah. Cool. So there's some notes for you. If you want to work on this some more, go for it. That's the stuff I would tackle next if I was working on this. All right, Josh. See you later.